Guys, you do not have to be perfect. You can be an absolute disaster of a mess. This is my second pregnancy and my first pair of maternity pants, and I am due in 3 weeks. What was I thinking? These things are heaven. Are you kidding me right now? Certified mess. Certified mess right here, and somehow I'm still standing up here. So, share my story. 3.5 years ago, Nicole introduced me to Juice Plus, the product and the mission. And at the time, you guys, I was an avid CrossFitter. I was physically fit, but nutritionally, I was starving. I was depleted, and I was very much naive. I actually developed the eating disorder when I was 14 years old and struggled with that for almost 2 decades. So that is a long time to not be loving and respecting your body the way that you should. And because of that, it caused a host of health issues. I could deadlift 220 pounds, but I couldn't kick a cold. My hair was falling out. I was sick all the time. I had horrible seasonal allergies. But the biggest burden I had to carry was being told I couldn't have kids. Miracle number 2, insert Juice Plus 3.5 years ago. So that was really hard. It was extremely heavy because it was self-inflicted. And being told I couldn't be a mom was just one of the hardest things ever. So when I learned about Juice Plus, and I learned that you could get fruits and vegetables and berries in a capsule, I was absolutely fascinated. I mean, this is what God provided for our bodies, right? I have been doing it wrong all my life, as long as I can remember. Food was my enemy. I was a multivitamin queen and a supplement diva, and it wasn't working. So this truly excited me so much. It was a big, hard, fat yes, and this was July 3.5 years ago. So said yes to the product, started taking Juice Plus. I listened to one recording by Wendy Campbell, The Relationship Between Nutrition and Disease, in the midst of July and August, and it wrecked my world in the best way possible. That next day I went in and I quit my corporate job. I'm crazy too, I'm a crazy mess, because I made really good money. But you know what I was doing? I was promoting Red Bull and Nesquik. I was putting shelf-stable milk on counters, and it was that conviction. Like, I didn't have this wild, crazy dream that I was going to be like, have all this money and have this time freedom and financial freedom. I had a conviction so strong in my heart that I could not ignore. God just wouldn't let me. So the next day I went in, quit my job. My boss was like, Ashley, you might want to take 2 weeks off because you haven't taken a vacation in 3 years and you might be losing your mind. That same day I went to a Catherine Lee event, and she talked about designing your own life, and I sat in that front row beside Nicole, and I just bawled because she was talking straight to me. And for once in my life, I didn't care about being successful. I wanted to be successful at something that mattered. And this really mattered to me. Health mattered to me. So I walked out of that. That was in September, you guys. I went to that conference in October. Do you want to know who changed my life? Mao Lee. And she couldn't even speak English. And I knew that if she could do it, because I don't speak English very well either, then I could. So I came home from that conference, and I just put my big girl JP panties on, and I went to work. And you guys, I reached out to at least 20 people a day, as if it was nothing. But this is what I chose to do for my life. I felt like if I wasn't sharing Juice Plus, I was being insanely selfish, because I had the power to truly change someone's life. And I haven't even gotten into my health story yet. So 2 months being on Juice Plus, I started a menstrual cycle that I did not have for 3 years. Wow. That's why I was told my body was just broken. And I got that glimpse of hope that maybe one day I'll become a mom, right? So I come up from that conference, I'm ignorance on fire, you guys. I mean, just so you know, like wherever you are in your health journey, it's totally cool. I thought GMO was an automobile maker. So you're good. You're good with me. And I tell people, this is pleasurable for people who aren't. Thank God. So anyways, 2 months later, I start my cycle. I've been sharing Juice Plus for 3.5 years. I have an incredible team. Just so you know, like I have 10 people back there that locked arms with me, and I don't even feel like I deserve it sometimes because they're just so good. Just good people. A year being on Juice Plus, I actually, my husband and I, who's a beautiful man, we conceived our first little Ava, and she's a 1.5-year-old, you guys, and she's never had an ear infection. She's been on 1 antibiotic, and it's not because I'm a rock star mom, it's because she's been getting stellar nutrition since utero. And every single child deserves that. So to be able to show her what healthy looks like, and knowing I was a nutritional disaster, my entire life is the biggest blessing of all. And to be able to pay that forward, I mean, if you think about it, like what the enemy tried to take from me my entire life, I get to give back to people for the rest of my life. And that right there is something to be so insanely proud of. So I don't even know where I'm going with this, but take the mic out of my hand. So, just this mission truly has given me purpose, it's given me passion, and I do get to be the mom that I was told I could never be, and the wife I desire to be, and the woman that God truly has intended me to be. And what this can do for you financially is really insane. And I just want to say this because talking about finances is very uncomfortable, because I didn't join this for the money, I did it for the mission. That's it. It's very ironic you will quit your job to do this and not need money. But that was my crazy story I told myself. But last year, my husband and I, we had a huge goal to be completely out of debt. And my husband works hard. He's an amazing provider. He works 60 hours a week, and that's all he can do. I have a bigger struggle. And for me to make more money, I just have to help more people, help more people, help more people. That's all I got to do. And because of that, we were able to pay off over $50,000 of debt in less than a year. So I'm sitting up here and I'm going to say that, because these I am statements are so in nowadays, come Tampa, because my team is amazing. I am going to be an NMD 24 club. This is happening. And give me 5 years and I'm going to retire my husband because he deserves to be at home with his family.